let's go ahead and look on some filters as we follow the workflow inside the Photokey Pro. So right here we have our model, and it's just imported basic. Put it inside, and this on one of the background. We can have it choose of different backgrounds, see which one maybe work even better. And if you're interested in some backgrounds, I have it at the Geekatplay website and store. I have hundreds and hundreds of different backgrounds that I created or render, and they're mostly specifically designed to work very well with compositing images. So it's have some small secrets, and I have tutorials. What is those little secrets? How you can make backgrounds work very well with different presets. So, like for example, right here, and so those tutorials, they're also for free available at Geekatplay website. But let's go ahead right now and look on this. So it's a very basic. I just imported the image, don't even retouch anything. Same as a backdrop. It is TFF. Don't map it, compress it. So it's a little bit higher contrast, you can see, but they imported here. So we'll skip those key masks because look okay. We'll go inside the filters. And here we have options for the foreground and background. And this is all these options we can apply. So we go look through all of them, see what they can do for us. The same will be applied for the backgrounds. And you notice we have some little bit changes, but overall they will be about same. Again, foreground, it will apply for foreground level when you import for this foreground. And for the background, it will be our background tab. Notice also when I switch between import, if I say foreground, here we'll go to the filter, it will switch also to foreground. As well as apply if you're in position, it will switch and keep it whatever layer you selected. So in many cases, if for some reason, and it's happened to me, I go in background, I uploaded background, go to the position and try to adjust, this will affect my background position. It does not affect foreground. So just sometimes pay attention to what is selected, which tab. Okay, let's go back to the filters. And you'll notice we have some changes right here. This is applied to this. Also, if we look to effects, some of them, some similar. And the different is effect will apply to all image, background and foreground. And it's like final touch. The filters, it will apply to specific image. Again, a specific layer, background or foreground. If I modify right now any of these properties, they will apply globally. And it's very good because I can go inside and preset all of this that will apply to my images. However, if I want to modify just for one specific, remember to enable the unique. So again, yellow border around your image is indicated this currently image set as unique, and any modification you will do apply only to this image. It won't apply to any other images. Okay, so that's what I want to do right now. So let's go ahead and look right here. We have a 2-point gradient, and when we open, you can notice it's enabled automatically. We will start end, colors, if it's radial or linear, RAM scattering, opacity, and different type of blends. And this is I like because it was added in version 8, and just the blends mode, it's worth just to upgrade just for the blend modes because they're so useful and you can apply in so many ways them. Okay, so right here we have our gradient, and mostly I will use the gradient actually quite a bit often because I want to make a darker feet and brighter top, because most time light's coming from top to bottom. And in a studio, one photo shoot or other places, most time you will actually want photo shoot your model with even lights, because if you photo shoot darker feet, you will start having problem with selecting on a green screen. So the model need photo shoot even. However, it won't look same. Like you look right here in the image, we have lights on the top and we have a darker shadow on the bottom. So we will use this 2-point gradients. So we'll click on an end, and you'll notice I have it cross. So if I go select on the side, this is end and gradient will go two different ways. So I want to go in the middle, down below his feet. So we'll click right there. This is our end point. And I want to put a start point maybe around his torso. Okay. Next, let's go switch our light. So I want start color. I'll go with the white. And my end color, I'm going with the black. Or in some cases, you can use a just picker tool. And if you know precise background you're going to use, I'm using picker tool and I'm going to the dark. The reason why, because it will give me also color cast. And what I said about blend mode, if we switch to the multiply mode, this way the white become transparency, so it will go from 50% gray and it's going down to the dark. So look right here what we have. We have a dark and applied. See how it's changed? So now it's look a little bit more accurate. And again, we can apply this color black, or we can select and take a little bit more bluish cast, like shadows right here. And you can see we start applying a little bit more color cast. So it's already look quite a bit more accurate with lighting down and go below. Again, anytime you can switch. So if you want to start, click on a start point, okay, and we can adjust just a little bit higher, maybe right here. You can see the gradient start growing, so we can modify this. Of course, our ramp scale we can change, but we don't need those noises, as well as modify opacity to make darker or lighter. So in this case, maybe just go a little bit this way, so we still have a very nice and beautiful approach to the fit. So you can see how this 2-point gradient before and after, you can see how it's give it a little bit more realistic view. So this is 2-point grade. 4-point gradient, it's a similar, but we have it only multiple ways to do it. And this can create a very nice creative color overlay if we do some Paris or other things, or maybe even with different lightings. For example, if we have a warm lighting going from this side, we'll probably going to add red, so we can go right here, select warmer color. Okay, this is a bit more colder color, so we can go select cold color from this side. Same we can take from blue and go select this color, and I'm just doing very fast. So and this one we'll just select. So you can see we have kind of environmental matching. And again, let's go back and select to multiply mode. It's why I love this mode. And right here you can see we also start having color casting. So let me disable this one. And notice what we have. We cast the colors. So with multiply mode. So it's matching again the color of environment, warmer on one side and kind of colder on the other side. Again, we can set different points. So if we need to create this point, we can say start from this area. Point 3 will start from this area. And the same things we can apply with a colder point. Maybe let's start from here. And warmer start from this area. So we can apply all those changes. Okay, again, let's do maybe a little bit more colder, so we can kind of observe a little bit easy impact. Okay, and the same with white. Okay, overall, this is very similar, only you have it 4 different colors, and mostly we'll use it for the lighting environment effect. Again, we can go switch to the soft light. Okay, with soft light, it's given us a little bit more contrast look, but it's also given us provide a little bit more color casting on this case. Okay, and just to preview, we can go to the screen, which will be just only lighting, but mostly I will use this if I need preview how the colors warm and cold will apply to us. Okay, so here's our 4-point and 2-point color gradients. Okay, we have it also after color, and this is help us very fast to apply it. So what it does, it's take overall average of the color temperature in a background and try to match for foreground as well. So and we also have options to how much we want to blend. It works sometimes very well if you have one background and you want match in. In some cases, when you're on location, I try to use it, but overall, I want brightness and vibrance in some cases because background wasn't realistic. So I will actually need to disable this. But you can always try it and see if it's work for you to blend it with background. You can see right here, it's try to do a very good job. As well, threshold on how much it will apply on contrast, but blending with original option probably go a little bit more this way, so we preserve colors, but it's try to match the color temperature between background and foreground. Okay, next, same things apply with after contrast. It's try to matching. We have options to on the threshold or blend with original. Okay, after levels, same things apply to the levels. And after skin tone, what it does, it's try to find the skin tones of the yellowish pinkish kind of red and readjust them. You can always switch to manual and working with saturation, and you can see it's mostly will work with the red and orange and yellow kind of tones, as well work a little bit more with exposure or change hue. So if we want to make Hulk out of him, can change this one, and again notice it's apply foreground and mostly apply only to the stones skin tones color. Okay, so let's continue to exploring these our filters, and you can see we have quite a bit on them in our next tutorials.